start with the lengthy injury update of the players who seem to be on the cusp of returning and those who aren't at the moment.
Yeah, well, we've obviously got a few. Andy Rose will be out. He's got a break in his collarbone. George Newell's having an operation today on his fractured cheekbone. The other one's obviously Peter Hartley's actually started running again on a non-weight burn thing, so he'll hopefully start training on Thursday. Join in lightly, it won't be full training. What's the other ones? Craig Tanner's coming along, can't do a whole lot to it. Nadir Chifchi's going to train today for the first time, so we'll have a wee look at him. So I think that's everybody at the minute. I think, yeah.
See, when you say out, do you mean out of the cup final or just for the weekend?
Well, they're out at the moment. Obviously, Craig Tanner won't be involved. Peter Hartley will be a massive doubt. Andy Rose will be touch and go. You know, he'll be touch and go. Very doubtful if Andy Rose will be fit, but we'll give him every opportunity.
Curtis Main?
Curtis is, yeah, I forgot about Curtis. Curtis got a ligament damage in his wrist, but he should be fit to play. He's trained from Wednesday, so he should be fit to play.
You always speak of the intensity of how good it is in training. Is there now, when it comes to this cup final, you name all these injuries, a tendency to maybe, you know, try and rein them in even more, just so that these injury lists shorten rather than lengthen at this time?
I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. You know, I don't have a squad like Celtic that I can, you know, change 5 players and they're all international players that are coming in. I don't have that luxury, you know, and I think we're a club that has built a lot of momentum. You know, we can win games when we play in intensity, and when we don't, we lose games. So it's hard to take that and turn it on and off like a tap in training. You can't do that. Yeah, I've asked them to be a little bit careful in 50-50 tackles. They don't listen anyway. So, you know, it is intense, it is competitive. All our injuries have been from blows in games. So it's not a load of, we can't control that. You know, that's just the nature of football. We haven't gone shouting about the things in the press. We've just got on with it. We're a team that gets on with things. So I think you just have to do it as you do. You know, we've got the 2 finals. We're 7th in the league based on what we've done. So why all of a sudden am I going to change that? I'm not going to change it.
You see the crowd of people outside, you know, just queuing for tickets. Is it hard to bring the players in and not get focused on the cup final and focused on the league games at the moment?
They weren't queuing for tickets at 7 o'clock when I was driving in, I know that there. So they're not up early enough. No, it's brilliant. It's there's a buzz about the town. You know, it's something really to look forward to, and you know, I hope they turn up on Saturday as well and give the boys a real momentum going forward into the cup final. But it's great to see. It's great to see queues out there, the excitement building. So no, it's fantastic for the town and the football club.
In terms of Dundee, you've got a good record against them this season. Any reason for that in particular, do you think?
No, I don't think there's been a lot between any of the games at all. You know, we've not lost to them this season, obviously, but it's been very few goals in it. There's, you know, I think they're a good side. They've got a lot of good players that can turn the game on the head. You know, and Neil's put together a good squad, and it's, you know, it's a little bit surprising where they are. But I think it'll be a tough game, very very tough game. It always has been close between the 2 sides.
In terms of who goes down, are you quite glad to be out of that as such and let them fight underneath you for that?
I think mathematically it's still not 100% certain, so I think there's a bit of a goal swing in the goal difference. Obviously we are a few points away from it, so in comparison to last year, yeah, we're not, you know, the atmosphere around the club last year when people were losing their jobs and, you know, you're playing under intense pressure, it's not quite the same. The pressure we'll create is playing for cup final places and trying to get as many wins under our belt and get 7th place as possible.
Can I ask you about the stories going around of Steven Gerrard coming up here to perhaps manage Rangers? How do you feel about going against him next season?
Oh, as a player, fantastic. You know, he was one of my heroes. I was lucky enough to play against him twice. Got a shirt against him when we played against him as well. So, listen, I think there's a lot of good managers in Scottish football. You know, and I don't know whether them rumours are true or not. It's not for me to say. I'm not involved with Rangers Football Club, so my only worry really is Motherwell. But it's nice that, you know, there's big names. You know, you look at it like a Steve Clark, it's managed at top levels, Brendan Rodgers, Lenny, Derek McInnes. You know, there's a lot of good managers in this league, and plenty that I haven't mentioned there as well. So I think Scottish football's on the rise.
It would help the profile of Scottish football someday with the name of Steve Gerrard coming up here.
Yeah, obviously he's a top footballer. I can't speak of Stephen as a coach. I've not seen him. Obviously, he's just started out his coaching career. But as a player, he was, you know, one of the best around, one of my heroes. And you know, a pleasure to play against. Well, not a pleasure. It was actually difficult to play against. But yeah, you know, a real name and icon in the game. So, as I say, I don't know them rumours. I don't read the papers, so I don't know if they're true or not. That's not for me really to comment on.
I should about the PFA Player and Young Player of the Year. Disappointed not to see any Motherwell representatives in that mix.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, Alan Campbell, Cedric Kipper have been absolutely outstanding for us. Chris Calden as well. You know, they've been outstanding for us. But You know, again, I don't make them decisions. I don't know where it actually comes from. I don't know where the votes actually come from at times. But listen, there's a lot of good young players nominated for it as well, outside of Motherwell. So, as I said numerous times, I think there's a lot of good young Scottish players coming through. A real exciting time for the national squad as well, both the 21s and the full squad. And it's brilliant to see. I think people should talk up Scottish football more. I don't think it gets the credit it should do. There's a lot of negative press about it, and I believe the game's on the up, the crowds are on the up, and the standards on the up, and I think, as you mentioned, a lot of good young footballers in this club as well.